But it needs to be said, because a lot of women are not asking to be worshiped, they're asking to be heard. Baby, let me ask you something.
Go ahead, babe.
Why is it that sometimes a woman can say the same thing for years, cry about it, explain it, beg for change, pray over it, and he still don't hear her? But let another man say the exact same thing, and all of a sudden now it makes sense.
Yeah, that one is real. And I already know some men not gonna like this conversation.
What hurts is when a woman has been communicating her pain for years, but it gets labeled as nagging, complaining, being emotional, or trying to control him.
And I'll be honest, babe, a lot of men do that because we hear correction from our woman as criticism.
But sometimes it's not criticism, sometimes it's a warning.
Exactly. Sometimes she's not trying to argue, she's trying to save the relationship before it gets too far gone.
And that's where a lot of damage happens, because by the time another man finally says, bro, you wrong, she done already said it 100 times.
That's the part.
So now she's sitting there thinking, so my tears weren't enough, my pain wasn't enough, me almost giving up wasn't enough?
And from a man's side, I can say this. Sometimes it hits different coming from another man because it doesn't feel like an emotional attack. It feels like a check.
But why does she have to bring in a translator for her pain?
You're right, she shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
You're right, your woman shouldn't need another man to explain what her tears already showed you.
Whew. Say that again, baby.
Exactly. You're right, your woman shouldn't need another man to explain what her tears already showed you.
Because every time she speaks and you dismiss her, a little piece of her disconnects.
And fellas, that silence you think is peace, sometimes that's not peace.
That's grief.
That's detachment.
That's exhaustion.
And sometimes that's the beginning of her leaving emotionally before she leaves physically.
A woman who still talks, still cares, a woman who still explains, still has hope, but when she stops trying to get you to understand,
that's when you need to be concerned.
Because now she's no longer fighting for change, she's making peace with reality.
And that's why accountability matters. A real man has to be able to hear his woman without his pride blocking the message.
Yes.
Because sometimes the woman correcting you is not your enemy. Sometimes she's the mirror God sent before life humbles you harder. And I'm not saying every woman communicates perfectly.
No, we don't.
Sometimes the tone is off. Sometimes the timing is off. Sometimes hurt comes out sharp.
But if the message keeps coming up over and over, maybe stop focusing only on the delivery and start asking why she keeps having to say it.
That's maturity.
And this goes both ways too. Women have to hear men when they're expressing pain as well.
Because men get dismissed too. Some men try to open up and get called weak, sensitive, or dramatic.
And that's not okay either.
Breaking generational curses means we stop dismissing each other's pain just because it makes us uncomfortable.
It means we learn to listen before the damage becomes permanent.
Because sometimes the person who loves you is not trying to control you.
They're trying to reach you.
They're trying to grow with you.